You ever watch a show and it somehow starts off with the main character in some seriously wicked mess, but then end up with a happy ending? Yeah, this ain't that show. I was beaten, broken, and abused during these 100 days. In reality, I wanted to cry more times than I can count. Every dino, especially the bosses, were put on this arc to terrorize me and disrespect my molecules. Usually, I'd name my dinos, but none of them lived past their youth for me to do that. 100 days of chaos and death. Welcome to Ark Descended. Had to go for the basics. Sadly, GDG isn't in this mod list, so my go-to Chinese takeout has been closed. Crafted a pickaxe and axe, got some resources with it, had a Hesperornis waddle up to me, sniffing me up. Like, bro, what, you saying I stink? Just for that? Boom, now you're dead. Also, no one can sniff me up like that. I have a dog and he gets jealous. Blame yourself. Got some free organic poly? That's free econ right there, baby. Just had to go for another one, but this time using the Descended spear, and holy hell, this thing shreds. Killed a couple of more things with it before finally locking in on progressing in this mod. Oh, by the way, did I mention you can join me on my adventure through my Discord? Oh, and hat that was hand knitted for me by the Descended gods. Ain't nothing special, just an easy 100 defense. Went to my favorite cave in the whole map. It's right by spawn and has crystals up the wazoo, which means I now have a spider axe. Built a wooden shack like a lumberjack right by the cave so that after this metal refines, I can craft some metal equipment and a Descended bench and get back to mining. I want to end the night off with a snack that smiles back kind of vibe. Wait, that's the wrong line. Who put that in there? I meant I want to end the night with the bench and the Descended tools in hand, because apparently they give back multiple times the resources. Got the bench, then the pick, and if you don't already know what happened next, here it is. Went further in the cave with my cheeks clenched, cause who knows when a spider or a snake is gonna pop out the works to disrespect my molecules. I had to take the risk. It's just the metal was too important. Without it, I'm just a beach bob with an excellent hat. Put what I got in the refiner just in time for sunset. I mean, usually I'd work through the night, just like in real life, but I got besieged by a gang of night terrors, so yeah. Morning graces us with its presence, which 2 Descended Ice Titans took as the perfect time to do the nasty. Oh yes, 2 beautiful beasts in their natural habitat. Look as the male performs his mating dance. It appears as the female is favoring it. Ah yes, get it, big dog. Oh, finally, the female accepts his mating ritual and gives him the time of his life. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna finish that because I had enough peeping like I was a narrator on Animal Planet. Made some bola arrows, walked out of my hut to a damn Managamar dropping on me like an anvil from one of those old cartoons above my head. Woke up from my nap, got my stuff, and went to tame some Descended creatures, only to get swarmed like a kid who just opened a pack of gum in class. Had to wait a full 3 minutes before my bed got back online. Well, died, so here's another wait line. Death and awaiting again. You know, I'm starting to think I should put more beds down, you know, just as a thought. After all, you have a lot of time to think when you're in purgatory, but instead of doing that, I ran right out and got clipped. Listen, man, I have a lot of time to think during the 4 minutes I wait, which means my TikTok brain can wander off that original topic that would save me the 4-minute wait time and onto a new topic. Well, if I wasn't locked in on these crackers right now, I'd be seriously pissed. Once I spawned in this time, I remember to craft some beds. Finally got my things and moved on. Decided that clearly this wasn't the best place to pick up talent. It's time to change gears. Went looking through the weeds for a dodo, shoved some berries up its butt, and now I'm his new dad. Don't ask me how that works. I don't make the rules, but I did the same to a Jerboa. Then rode that dodo back to base. If I'm not mistaken, these guys actually passively generate resources in their inventory. After checking their inventory, I was right. Got something called Descended Essence and Silica Pearls. The Jerboa gets essence and milk. Rat milk doesn't sound too tasteful, so if I'm being honest here, buddy, you can keep that in there. I don't even want to come close to milking. Plus, aren't you a dude? Went out on my dodo till I literally got jumped by a gang of Pego Mastecs. Bro, they literally took everything from me. Had me fighting for my damn life. Eventually, caught one lacking and got my get back. which was only my GDG pickaxe, but that's enough. Also, you'll probably see that same Pego on my shoulder. Well, he was another one who jumped me but switched sides as soon as he got a taste of my good. Then here comes that damn Managamar swooping down like a hawk hunting its prey. Got on my bird and hit the skedaddles, but we had a fallen soldier. Honestly, man, I need to get out of this spot. I'm literally struggling. I'm not gonna hold you. My bed was looking real comfy, so that's why you see me standing here for hours on end since I literally passed out. I honestly don't remember what I was doing or how to progress, so I'm gonna just tame up all the Descended I see till I get some direction. Apparently there's another tier that's passively tamed called Ordinary, a bit stronger than the Descended and more carnivorous than them, meaning this Dilo and Pteranodon were gonna carry me through this tier. Grab some beaver dams for that free cementing paste. It will allow me to use this floating platform from RR Platform. I needed a ton of cementing paste for this, but it will be worth it. Gathered some resources for my moss shops, for some tranks, and went into my #1 cave for some metal. Got a dung beetle for that fertilizer, which will be useful later when I start building my garden, and call it there for the day. Walked out to some griffins. Perfect, mate. Made some arrows and got some bolas. Time to start spanking some griffins. Now, these arrow bolas can reapply the status every time you shoot them, meaning these griffins work hard to untie their shoes together, but as soon as they are almost free, bam, right back to the original status of tied feet. You fool. Or maybe I'm the fool, cause every time I got close to knocking out the griffin, some unexpected circumstances occurs and kills me, forcing me to reset. Happened twice to 2 different griffins, and now I'm both griffinless and ammoless. Basically, I just wasted a day, made a trink, and got back to the grind only to get hit by a Managamar. I literally cannot catch a break, bro. I got a griffin chef's kiss away from passing out, and I had to choose to let it free to help it gain some of its health back, only to lose track of it after it runs away. Then, of course, death by Managamar. Entire day wasted. Then I had a eureka moment, a moment of pure epiphany. I had tamed a Pteranodon, so I can skedaddle the out of here whenever I so choose to. During my travels, I saw a wyvern chilling above me. It said passive, which means I'ma go through the trouble to feed it. Had to grapple to it and pull myself close, only to find out that you need to be level 90 to feed it. You a picky boy, huh? Got a specific type of palate that only allows you to eat from the highest and most established chefs. I mean, I can respect it. Personally, I'm on a PAF diet. Oh, don't know what that means? It means I'm poor as aka so poor that if you put something in front of me and tell me it's free, I'm eating it. Which is kind of wild considering all my coworkers eat well, which is crazy, bro, because we all work in the same industry, which is private finance. You know, when I'm not a faceless voice on YouTube. Anyway, I'm not gonna build anything grand, and to even start my building, I'm gonna need an RR platform. Time to get resources and wait while metal smelts. The worst part of the early stages is that wait. It's like watching paint dry. Saw a creepy crawler that pooped out some kind of toxin, so popped that sucker in the mouth with narcotic and sold him up. Yeah, so I went AFK for a while before coming back. Turns out, don't leave your passed out character without protection. Make sure to put some protection around that thing before you go to sleep. Clearly, I didn't put walls around me and just knocked out in the open thinking it would be fine. Don't know who would do me so dirty for no reason at all, but I got dead. Now I just want to cry while I look at the spawn screen. Finally had the courage to spawn back in. Ran to where I last saw my body. My dinos are still alive, so I didn't lose everything. Got my PT back and killed a dodo so that I can get my Descended bench and spyglass. I needed his eye. Went back to my favorite cave to mine metal and repeat the process of watching paint dry. Got caught up in a spider web, so I had to skedaddle. Tried to go to the volcano, but I was blocked by a massive fog cloud and tried fighting my way into it for that rich metal. Yet here I am on fire, so yeah, let's pivot. Went back to base to make a refining forge and start smelting all over again. Didn't have enough hide, so I tamed the dodo, and let's just say it didn't enjoy its youth. Bam. we got metal. Went back to the volcano because what I currently had was not enough. Now we wait again. The AA refinery is much faster, so hopefully we don't gotta wait that long. Got my big platform. Even got a dome so that I could protect myself from offline unprotected death. Thankfully, because it's late and I'm about to pass out. Woke up exactly where I last left off. Ah, perfect. No deaths. That wiped out my entire progression. Time to build up my little platform base. I had no dodos to progress or resource gather, so time to tame. Save the dodo from his evil cousin by whisking it away to my platform and shoving berries up its bunny-like booty. Went back for the Bob Dodo, but no tranks. Had to quickly grind those out. They do nothing to this guy. So let's try the trank spike, and that got me killed, allowing for this deranged dodo to get rid of his entire torque bar. Got on my new Dido and gave him a wool hat, which for reasons unknown is only 50 defense instead of that 100 like last time. I guess Descended had an update, but look at that cloth hat tied to its feet. Apparently the Bob Dodo drowned just in time because I needed that hide to make a bed, so I don't have to run 800 meters back to my platform if I die. Also got my trike a saddle. Now I need some basic dodos to put in my egg collector. New update comes with new surprises, I guess, like this Pego Mastex that not only robbed me but summoned in its minions to do the same. Visited the winter biome to kidnap some penguins to get my organic polymer business going. Yup, that's capitalism, baby. Get some people at the lower level who do all the work for you while you reap all the benefits. Time to get these penguins breeding back at base. Finna do some drop hunting as well. Can always use more crossbow damage. Immediately get a 200% damage crossbow. Maybe now I can tame that Bob Dodo. They are super useful because there's a max limit of passive generation in a Descended creature's inventory. This guy will directly pull it from their inventory, so it keeps my passive generating dinos thriving. Gotta make sure my econ is at its peak. These biotoxin arrows make knocking things out super easy. Hatch some eggs. It's a pain to keep clicking them to imprint, so let's get a CS soul gun in the work. I need electronics, which means a fabricator, which means I'm back to my cave for metal hunting. I can make a TP, and I'm sure by now there's a ton of public TPs out there. Just look at this volcano TP. Now I don't have to ride this Pteranodon all the way there through the thick cloud and fog. Time to mine my life away so I won't have to do this again for a while. Throw the metal in the furnace, and that's another waiting game. Fab was built, electronics were pumping out, and I got a fancy generated powered by Nvidia, of course. My soul gun was now in hand. I'm actually thriving. Need to worry about how I'm gonna take on this Dodo boss though. While my mind ponders that, I tamed up a biotoxin bug so I can get more of these arrows because they are amazing. I kind of just hope it produces biotoxin while in the soul ball so I don't have to keep overly clicking the extract button. Man, unfortunately it doesn't. I knocked out a velo, but sadly my trike lost its life to its older brother. Went back and tamed up the one I knocked out. Got a female and set them off to breed. After breeding, I got some good damage dealers. Time to level it up and take on the excellent boss. First, let's go into this cave. Yep, almost died. So luckily I have these heals available. Sucks they aren't the best though. Summon in the boss after taking high ground. Let's do this. All right, man. Me. Oh yes, I got the distance. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Come on. I don't really even need to do anything. I just gotta keep it in my line of sight. Please get stuck. Holy crap, please get stuck. Okay, I can go for it. Whoa! Okay. I can't see he climbed though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Does not matter, baby! Oh, I'm a genius. This is exactly what I tried to do my last server. But they summoned in this barrage of attacks that instantly obliterated me. So this is smart, man. I am killing it on this mod. Okay, I'm out of stamina. Alright, let's go. It's almost done. 15 minutes left. Yeah, there is. I really did not need to praise it for this guy. This guy is pretty easy. Yep, and that's a wrap, folks. Now, come on, that wasn't that painful at all. And the boss dropped crazy loot, as well as its own tameable version. It's mine now, which means I will get excellent essence passively from its inventory. No need to take on the boss multiple times to mine its body for it. This will be an insane long neck rifle after I use my crafting potion and craft this blueprint. Just need metal. Look at this note. If you want to read that, go ahead, but it pretty much says I need boss essence to now move up. This can be found from the wild bosses that spawn around the world. To make excellent kibble, I need citronal, so I guess your boy needs a farm. Needed to mine crystal and obsidian with the GDG pickaxe to get my farm going, as they dropped resource specific things, so spent the night chipping away at the volcanic mountain. Made the GDG Phoenix Forge, heated up some ashes, ingots, and made the ultra pickaxe, cause I can't keep mining resource nodes and getting like a profit of 4 to 5 opal and abyssal per hit. Yeah, this new pickaxe is definitely worth it. Now we just wait for these crop plots to birth me some fruit. What a weird way to say that. Tame the meso, cause these produce milk, which will be very useful for the Unreal boss fight. Drinking it will actually allow your shots to hit rather than seeing that pesky missed message. Made some kibble and went to tame some spinos. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie, I died on some bull. I can't believe that just happened. I literally flew away from that spino, but got lagged back into its mouth. You know what? It's fine. It was time to upgrade anyway. Griffins are the BMW of flyers, while Pteranodons are like Nissan. Ain't nothing wrong with Nissans now, but I mean, when you get the chance to ride around in a luxury, you gonna take it. Snatched the spino next, which honestly wasn't hard. It's just super fast, which made it more difficult than needed it be. Got another one and made them breed. While I waited, ended up doing some spring cleaning. After taking the spino for a spin, found out there's a rage mode, which actually makes it so it does crazy amounts of damage. It almost like a giga, where you have to fill the heart meter to achieve it. Took on a tier 1 loot boss just to see if I was ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Just need some heal. Whoa, I'm actually kind of scared. I don't know if this guy's strong enough. He should be. Should definitely be strong enough. Man, that gorilla was impossible to kill. I was doing baby numbers against it. 700 damage is baby numbers, my guy. How am I supposed to take that on when excellent is legit the best you can do until the Unreal boss? After inspecting the bench, I realized I was very wrong. Turns out you can tame excellent bosses, just need boss essence, which spawns from, well, bosses. I can get one to spawn since there's TPs on all the artifacts, or I can keep taking on that tier 1 loot boss. I'm gonna do that one cause it sounds easy. I know some of you gonna call me an idiot for spawning them all at once, and you're right, because that was definitely a mistake. Had to pick them off one by one. I don't know if I have all the artifacts necessary, so I went to Green Ob to check, and it was already stocked with resources, including artifacts, which allowed me to take on the hardest setting. Well, alright, me I guess. Surely the basic tier isn't gonna violate my molecules as the alpha tier did, right? Right? Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Get in the water. This guy is fine. Every day is enough. No, we're gonna shred this dude. Yeah. Combat boss essence I've been waiting for. Oh my god, that I lagged out for a second there. so I ended up not getting the combat essence I needed to progress. I guess I'll try a different boss or see if any world bosses spawn. Check the map and nothing. By the way, don't get confused and think I unlocked full tech, it's just a skin. I unlocked like 5 pieces of random tech items and none were what I needed. Only real thing I can do right now is mine for resources while I wait for someone in my server to answer. I mean, there is a unlock all tech engram available through the crazy potion mod. Probably will never add this one in again because of it, but it's there and I'm battling the temptation to use it. Ended up looking at the guide and it says to fight alpha bosses, which is wild because they come stacked with 3 mil health. So I guess I'm stuck breeding and betting on the small mutations I get while I also aim for heals. If I can get 100 of these crazy heals, I might stand a chance. Through the power of breeding, I have my spinals lined up and they were saddled up. I gave them potions to help level them up and enlisted help from someone else on the server. Yep, it's impossible. The most recent update literally made this impossible. I can't progress for anything. So if you didn't get to Unreal and beyond before the most recent update, you're stuck where you're at. Literally impossible to progress. That was an army of leveled and saddled excellent Spinos that just got demolished with the help of a Yudi. I still have hope. Apparently, fairies have a pack bonus and can shred. So knocked out a pair and got to mate it. Honestly, had a lot of downtime while I waited, so I got started on the GDG seed farm, which requires a ton of metal, so off to the volcano we go. I stripped that place bare. Literally up and down that volcano, you will not find a metal node in sight thanks to me. Got my new theory settled up and leveled. Just had to wait for them to heal a bit and it was time for the boss. Oh my. Yo. Alright man, that was ridiculous. We were honestly shredding, but at the half mark, all of my theories were put to sleep. Nothing I could do about it either. So I'm gonna have to try one more time before just straight giving up and waiting for this to get patched. Because I'm sure this isn't how the game was meant to be. It's extremely unbalanced right now. Watch someone take on some ancients to waste time while my dino's healed. Finally, I honestly can't believe what happened. Man, I'm feeling different, walking different, even eating different now. I'm just all around different. I just blew past my first hurdle after hours of prep work. Summoning a machine creature. If you kill it, you'll receive a blueprint of that same type. Got a para for my first one, so I'm actually surprised we were able to kill it. I'm starting to think I can keep taking these on and see if I get lucky with like an enforcer or something. I got 2 gigas in a row, which would be good, but it takes D-gen hearts, and unlike my previous 100 days, I don't have corrupt creatures everywhere to get these from. Crafted the para, tried it out, and it's not the best. Got a Pelaganoris because these guys can get organic poly from anything, which means I don't even need penguins anymore. After that Unreal fight, I'm capable of taming the Unreal creatures now. So let's get this Unreal Megalodon. However, I got one shot out of the sky by a fish out of water. Bro, why are you both swimming through the air and sea? Don't make no sense. Went back using my new AI para and had him running. Literally a high speed chase ensued, but I finally got him. Let's go. Took on some excellent dodo bosses with the Megalodon, which honestly wasn't crazy OP. Killed some more tier 1 loot bosses, hoping for some good looking sniper. Too bad I got nothing. Used my Unreal Meg to take on the boss, which you have to drop to half health to tame. Too bad it did no damage at all. Decided to tame a dodo wyvern, which cost 2 boss kills, but I'm hoping for the best. Let's see what you can do, Dodo. And you can't do a god thing. Your cheeks, your buns, get out of here. Which means there's nothing I can use to take on the Ice Titan. Hell, even normal wyverns, I'm struggling. I'm so lost. I'ma just build a foundation for my base because that's the only thing that can make me happy at this point. Built up an army of these Unreal Megalodons. They have a pack bonus, which is really good for me. Just like the Theries, they stack up to 8, which will boost up damage a ton. It would also allow me to take on some bosses. Got some compound arrows, which will tame that Titan once it's below 50%. Plus, peep the drip, my brethren. I'm looking flyer than a mother right now. Now let's take on a Titan. So some drama happened there and the Titan ended up waking up. Steps decided to lure it away while I rounded up the dogs who were too busy attacking a Reaper. Steps, you're a real one for this, man. Helped me lower it again and I knocked it out. Tried to go back for that Reaper, but man, trying to tame it with a Griffin is just a no-go. Anyway, he had a Titan and I had a Titan, so you already know what we did. We bred the life out of them. Took the main one out for a spin after making armor for it. Finally stopping to take on the Luke Guardian. Yo, let's see if we can take this dude on finally. Gotta have his milk to be big and strong now, doesn't he? Ooh, no, this is like... Are you kidding me? Oh, bam. One more? One more for the road? Bam, boy. Stop playing with me. Bam, boy. If I want to do this, nice, Pump it down, baby. Pump it down. Bob and weed, boy. Get it on, pop. Mop. That's game right there, baby. Whoa, what are you doing? Stop eating it. Wow. I can't believe my boy just ate 3 of those kibbles. It didn't really drop anything game-changing other than that kibbles, so I guess it's time to take on the Sin. To do that, I need boss essence, which means these bosses need to go. Honestly, killing bosses was a struggle, and getting that boss essence was mad work, but the Sin can finally be made. Just gotta wait on some backup Titan to be bred in case I lose this one. I'm thinking a mix of a shark attack with my Titan as the main damage dealer. Let's get it going. Got a crazy fab sniper for all my hardware too. Bullets can only be crafted after taking on an even stronger boss, so I guess I have to vault this. Or maybe I can take on the Sin again after shredding this fab so I can get the Oracle Essence I need to make bullets without having to take on that boss. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I can yet. But come on, when has that ever stopped me? Made some saddles, grinded some loot box for some rare mushrooms, and let's take on Sin Point 2. In the middle of getting ready for that, saw someone with a big turtle just on my base, so I followed them. And an under the sea adventure. Also got distracted by some dude's fire looking base, so I ran up to the cosmetic skin and downloaded it. Matter of fact, while I'm in the home page, I'm downloading all the cosmetic skins. I ain't even gonna lie, I went through all 45 pages before coming back to take on Sin Point 2, aka Sin of Power. Not have known I'm the cheese king, baby. Well, you know, maybe there's like another way and I'm missing it, cause that was crazy. Tried on different outfits and I have to say, whoever made these girl skins, why? Settled on this high-tech ninja look, cause I ain't looked this good since Halloween of 2005. This outfit looks tough. My man looked like he's straight out of Assassin's Creed or John Wick special, set in cyberpunk future. Tried some more combinations, but half-naked ninja looking too fire. I guess the percent of power was getting off on the fact that I died and I couldn't get my loot because he was guarding my body. So I enlisted help, cause I'm a coward. Only got back 1 boss armor and none of my potions, which sucks cause they are a grind to make. Took my frustrations out on an ancient trike, which honestly wasn't hard at all. My army of sharks made quick work of it. Hubris led me into a divine Spino, and if you ain't wanna be bothered, just say that next time. No need for all that hostility. We are a peaceful channel. I ended up back at base thanks to that Spino and threw the bones I got from the ancient trike into the Descended bench to see what we could cook up. Turns out there was a structure called the Descended War Generator I have yet to make, which actually allows you to make a ton of boss. I guess I really was skipping step. Place the platform, which will act as my Colosseum. Those around will witness my glory and these bosses vanquished. First up had to be the Mech. If it was anything like the previous 100 days, this thing will be a game changer. Got a ton of resources from it and its blueprint, but let's move on. Time for some Plants vs. Zombies wave action. Went back to back on the waves, even have to throw in some added danger. Man, I ain't gonna lie, these waves was kind of tough. That Wyvern literally took so long and the Titan is just not a good opponent for it. Did manage to get a fab sniper, so let's see what happens when you grind one. But you know I need that dopamine before we do that, so let's take on another mech. Got a much better blueprint, and I have the hearts to create it. Just need boss essence. Haha, mod creator, you've beat me at my own game. Grinding up a fab sniper just doesn't work. Use the ancient token heads I got from all those waves and boss fights to create a token, which I then used to craft this infected Descended Demor. Look at my little dude. Don't worry, I didn't just waste all the time to do this. You can actually involve these guys into some serious hitters. In fact, I can do its first evo right now. A Pteranodon. I mean, it's not the killer I need right now, but eventually it will be. Time to gamble some gacha mechs. Quick and efficient. I don't know if this will be my killer, and if I'm being honest, my Titan just decimated, which made me lose all hope in mech's firepower. However, it was relatively cheap, so I did it as a vanity project. Or if I can upgrade them to the purified versions, maybe they'll be good. Got impregnated by a Reaper who told me I was the prettiest and the most beautiful slime of them all. Clearly we are in love, but once I got pregnant, it immediately went off for a pack of cigarettes. Don't worry, it'll be back, right? It wouldn't just say all those things and leave me to raise this child alone. A single slime? I'm not gonna lie, he wouldn't do that. Anyway, I had that perfect line set up, but couldn't get the Reaper to work at all. I'm gonna keep this line in cause I think it's hilarious, but I actually failed at my job of getting pregnant. To distract me from my disappointing attempts at slime pregnation, I formed a team to trap and tame a poison drake. Unfortunately, I got yeeted off the platform by its summons and died. Same thing happened to my mate, so it woke up and we had to repeat the process. Honestly, this sucked. The Dimorphs were annoying as hell and we had to do it to 2 different dragons who both gave us massive amounts of issues. Once we got both, we went to his base to breed them in the propagator. I really need to unlock this, but it's only after level 111. So I'm gonna take the potion since it's impossible to get to that level. I ain't gonna take it today because I think I'm gonna go hit my bed. That was 2 in-game days just for those 2 drakes. So I'm a little exhausted. Bro, all my stuff? Are you kidding me? Literally all my dinos dead and my Bob Dodo had all the production stuff in it. Nah, this is frustrating. I built this beautiful platform and I'm assuming my dinos clipped through and died. Come on, bro. Not my Anki as well. That had all my metal, crystal, obsidian, and berries on it. Maybe I have to keep them on the foundation and not the platform itself so that they don't clip through and drown. Man, whatever. I'm so done with this game. Who am I kidding? I'm a masochist for this type of punishment. Went right back into grinding some excellent dodos again. Bing bong. Time to get some more miners. Whoa, come on. I'm not Drake. You're better than this slime. This joke is low-hanging fruit, kinda. Opposite of what YouTubers like. I'm sorry, that's not cool. I'll be better, I swear. Anyway, I rode that miner to an island, mined up some generic resources, threw them into my smithy this time, and made the Tech Rex blueprint I've had in my inventory for ages. There is a purified Evo for this that I might be able to make. Was just missing some electronics, but once I got that, bam, my boy purified from his sins. He's looking kind of fire, not gonna lie. After using his ability, he gains a tech shield, which is kind of cool, and it reduces damage. Time to test out if he's good. Took on an ancient trike, but was doing crap damage, only to realize I never leveled up the purified version. So in the middle of getting abused, I tried leveling it up, yet still doing poor damage. Maybe these guys guys have a use, but it for damn sure isn't against ancients. Took out my Ice Titan and had the most tedious fight of my life. Did some waves, which are super light, just long. Got a new mech blueprint, which is much better than all of my previous ones, and now it was time to grind for boss essence. Got insta-killed by another Ice Titan on my run, which launched me to the ground, where I found an unclaimed little dodo. So, claimed it up, took it to base, and bro, I just cracked the code, low key. I'm a lucky man, I guess. This thing produces divine and devilish souls in its inventory, plus legendary essence. Now, I'll get to know what that legendary essence will do eventually, so I'm not worried. However, these divine and devilish souls can be used now. Was in the mood for some punishment, which is why I tried to trap a lightning dragon, thinking it might be the damage dealer I so desperately need. Just as I was about to knock it the hell out, of course Twin over there kills me. I come back and dude is basically completely fine. Trap him again and he escapes. So sick of this damn mod, but I don't know, quit. So after a couple of attempts and days, I got my boy, finally. Man, I'm so tired. So you know that Drake that took me a couple of days in games to tame? Yeah, that boy got killed off camera as I was about to get off. So just sit with that as I did. And while you're sitting with that, sit with another thing. And that's the fact that I got killed and lost my entire inventory while offline. I'm gonna walk away right now because my blood pressure is spiking faster than the economy is crashing. I'ma rage in about 0.5 and just start beating my monitor with my toes. Nothing I said makes sense? Well, it's probably because I'm having a stroke in my chair from all the bull that has happened to me in this mod. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the Engram unlock potion to unlock all Engrams. Screw it. Something good has to happen to me. I'm kidding. This was mostly because I wanted to make the propagator, which will allow me to breed without having all my dinos out. Went to the boss battle platform to take on an ancient. I was missing some of the trophies that they dropped to make tokens. Used the tokens to make the Evo Raptor and then evolved it into an ancient Carno. This will not be the attacker I need, but one more Evo and it might. I trapped the Dodo Rex and tamed it. Got inspired by a boss cage made by La La Land Tribe. They had this unreal door frame surrounding the summoner. Could make some of the fights easier. However, it might take away from the danger of it. So let's put a pin in that idea for now, because I still need to make this damn mech. Bosses are hard to solo, so let's sick my army of sharks along with my Dodo Rex against them. My Dodo Rex did nothing, man, but my sharks, they were shredding. I can't believe I got so caught up in the fact that I need to use a boss when an army of sharks will shred like this. Keep in mind, this is done with no saddles. Kept going until literally all of my creatures died, including my brand new Dodo Rex. So instead of trying to keep going for that absurd amount of boss essence, I took on a mech to hopefully get a lower amount, and what do you know? I got a blueprint with only 9 boss essence needed. Not only is it extremely doable, but I already had that amount after my little jaws ran through the map. Finally, my boy Big Red was here. Now just need to make a good armor for it. Made a stat bonus module. Used the leftover hearts I had to try and get the best saddle I could. Only managed to get a 171 armor, which is not the best, but it will do, pig. I thought the module would give it more defense, but turns out it doesn't work for the mech. Took on some divine and angelic beings with the mech. It takes time, but it's doable. I finally might be able to progress. Slept more bosses to gather that extra boss essence, which you honestly need a boatload of. I did ask on the server what dino can take on the 2 sins, and apparently Gigas do a great job. So tamed 2 of them and some Indoms, cause why not? Once all 4 were tamed, made the propagator and got to mating. Got all of my dinos ready, 6 Gigas and 6 Rex, plus my mech. Let's see if I'm able to make magic happen. Alright man, this is scary times. Wow, alright, so that didn't work nearly as well as I needed it to. I couldn't do anything. So it's better to die now. And so yeah, honestly, that took ages with nothing to show for it. So much for progression. I legit have no clue on how I'm supposed to progress. Only thing I can do is think of grinding for mutations and it may be a blueprinted saddle. It's actually wild because it despawned after I fought it for damn near an hour straight. I also evolved my Carno into a Theory, and it has a pretty decent stat. I was, however, too scared to take on the boss with this just yet, so I kept it back at base during that entire chaotic fight. I cloned it, however, using up some shards and planned on breeding it with its clone. Completely doable with the propagator. I waited the 3 minutes, come back, bam, a baby. It looks like it works. Now if I can grind for a Theory saddle and keep mating them, I might have an army to take on the Sin of power. Luckily, I didn't have to grind for a saddle because somebody in the server had one already for a Theory, which saved me a lot of time. Got some pretty decent saddle stats and now just waiting on my Theory to grow up and test it. Joined up with somebody else on the server for their battle, which seemed to be the perfect testing ground for my Theory. It actually wasn't strong at all, but its defense was high, which is good in its own right. Ended up swapping to my Giga and was taking way less damage. I think it had to do with the Giga armor I picked up from somebody else's body and didn't realize. Once the boss was killed, they ended up letting me get all the loot, especially the much needed Unreal Essence, which can be used to upgrade a dino to the Unreal version of itself. Now knowing that there's an advanced version of the boss armor, it's time to grind some Essence, especially the Giga, to hopefully get that advanced armor. Before I'm able to make that advanced armor, I have to take on the combat bosses. Each boss actually drops this thing called combat tributes, which is exactly what I need right now. That wasn't too bad. I got what I needed. Don't have it in me to do that again, however, even if I have the summon for it. Time for Mr. Blue, the gorilla. Man, that was a long process, but it got done. I wish I had the resources to get the brood done as well, but as of right now, I lack Megalonian Toxin. Killed some bosses, which gave me the final essence I need for a cube. I threw it into my Unreal Titan, and now it's Unreal, which means it can gain health from miss attack. It would suck to lose it, but I can't clone it, and to breed them, I need another cube, which means I have to grind more boss essence. How fun. First time seeing it, but I killed a bionic basilisk. This thing looks so cool, I honestly can't wait to make it, but I will have to do that after I'm drowning neck deep in essence. Bro, this Unreal Titan is a cheat code. I honestly cracked the game. Quite literally, it's so strong, it's crashing the game. This thing is the truth. It might be too soon to say this, but I actually feel strong. But I better watch what I say, cause hubris has shut my mouth more times than I can count. And I can count up to 10 broskis, so it's quite a bit. Finally had enough to make another cube, and I swear if I can't breathe them together, I'm gonna be so tight. Took out the Rock Drake Emperor. It drops an egg which I can hatch from my very own Rock Drake that I can evolve. Man, it's super unfortunate, but the babies of the Titans aren't getting their parents' Unreal status. Puts a bit of a damper on my plan. Gonna try again, but this time outside of the propagator. Yeah man, it just doesn't work. That sucks. In my frustration, I put an Alpha Dodo to sleep. It dropped an egg and an info loot chest. It pretty much goes over how to obtain a legendary version of itself. Not really important right now. It does turn out the egg that the Alpha Dodorex drops is the little red dodo that I randomly tamed in the wild. That's sweet, because that means I can get more souls very easily. My massive essence run led me to have a ton of Megalon Toxin, which means I can take on the brood mother for her green tribute. Once that was over, it was time for me to make my special armor saddle. Right now I only had enough for a Giga. Got the Giga saddle, and it was time for the final Sin boss. I've been told it's easier than the second, so I won't even bother hyping this up. And they were right, that boss was light, real easy. Such a difference when you actually have big hitters though. I want to unreal my Gigas since I have the better armor for them, but I just really want to progress right now. So let's see what's next. Another Sin perhaps? Bro, that was quicker than my will to live. Did I just take out the Sin in a matter of 40 seconds? Netting 2 more Unreal Essence? Nah. Let's run that back. Let's run that back right now. I mean, I got him, but at what cost? I lost both of my Unreal Titans. At least my last one died fighting, man, and managed to take him down with him. Took on some ancients to get enough heads for a token, and I forced my Giga to become an Unreal instead of the Titan. Now let's see if we can get that Oracle done. So nothing happened. I went into creative mode to force summon it because I will not be wasting my resources just because it failed to summon. I mean, that was until I realized that I was an idiot and maybe it pays to look at your screen a little bit more, because Because what do you know? Right there on the bottom right, it says procession. Turns out you have to kill things in order to get that to level 100, and then summons the boss once you do. This might have been known if I read, but I don't read. What do I look like? An educated man? Come on. Got that procession meter to 100 and the boss was summoned. Yeah, I had to dip because I was about to die, and running back with my tail between my legs is what I'm known for. This Giga just ain't it. So I went back to base, took on some ancients quickly so that I can make a token to then unreal my Titan. Went back with my souped up Titan, and who told me that this Oracle was easy? Because clearly y'all lied. It's fine, I just have to hurry back before it despawns. I need to do way more prep work. Made a Hulk potion and some heals, then went for round like 5. Never taking on a boss without the Hulk potion again, cause wow. While my boy was juiced up on them roids, I took out Sin again, and the dragon combat boss. Of course, I dabbled in some ancients as well. Gotta make sure I'm making the most out of them roids. Some time was left over, so you know what I did. I let hubris do the talking and went for that divine. But yeah, re-IP'd my Giga and my will to live. I died in the health reset, so I'ma call it there for tonight. Now your boy is back with a brand new attitude and some new information. Apparently the Reaper can shred. So yeah, remember my whole monologue? Well, it's time to make it come true. Unfortunately, the first one I spawned in was killed by accident. So let's go for round 2. It kept saying impregnation ready, but here I am with no baby in my belly. Killed it out of frustration, which I don't recommend doing in real life, ladies. Took on a wave. This time I 1-upped it and went for wave 2. Sheesh, that was easy, and I got some good loot from it. Tons of hearts and divine and devilish essence, which is a new element, and some saddle. I think I need this for something, but before I even look through the endless engrams that is descended, let's go do a round 2. God, the loot is just so good. I just want to keep doing this, but I have to move on. Let's get my mech back. Summon this bad boy out again, and now I have Oracle Essence, so that means I can get the Wind Blade. Man, I'm throwing wind shurikens out them boys. This guy is black and metal, so Metal Lee shall be his name. It's so cool, man. Literally, wind shurikens flying through the skies. I feel like I'm in the Beyblades. I'm just tossing them everywhere, man. I'm just letting them rip. I can't find where I'm supposed to use this essence, but I swear it was something I needed. Oh wait, I figured it out. It's for Evos. So let's get some new dino. Look at this Spino and RG combo. Completely beautiful. Cloned them up and got to breeding because I'm not losing them. Plus I got a saddle for the Divine RG when I was doing the waves. Sucky part is that this particular RG does not clone, but at least my Spinos will be able to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Tested out the RG, but it was rather disappointing. I want to take on the Divine boss again, so I crafted some Hulk potions and went to grind some levels. It's time. Wow, it's not time, I guess. That was almost immediate, but it can be the Unreal Titan's time to shine. Took ages, but it got done. That's all that matters. Divine Kibble unlocked. I mean, in reality, I already had it unlocked thanks to the unlock all engrams potion I took, but I wasn't about to cheat. Helped someone on the server tame a Titan by lowering its health, but turned out my boy didn't have the right strengths to knock it, cause he got caught in 4K doing like 27 torpor. Went for the devilish boss using the Spino. This was just as a test to see if the Hulk potion would be helpful in allowing the Spinos to tank the damage. Man, RG for the win. Got some indestructible armor and saddles. I could have skipped this step completely, like it wasn't needed thanks to the already unlocking the kibble, but I wasn't about to deprive y'all of a fight scene. Now that we have both bosses done, let's tame some divine and devilish creatures to add to my army. I got the perfect idea. Let's set the world ablaze with a phoenix tame. It's passive, so I just grappled it, fed it some food. It gets low to the ground, and a group of pegos steal my kibble. I'm not mad, I'm just tight. Kibble ain't cheap, man. Therefore, you shall pay for your transgressions. Went back and tamed it. Bro, what the hell? Why is this thing so damn weak? I'm actually disgusted. Let's just go after a velo, because these things can shoot from miles away. Yeah, instead, I got shot out the sky by it. I think it might be time to actually build up my passive resources so that I can start knocking out the dinos in this tier. Just Poison Draco ain't cutting it no more. Now, I ain't gonna lie, got sidetracked with the design. I built, destroyed, and rebuilt to get this one tower. I mean, I had to do it like another 6 times, which is why I only have this one tower built. I also dabbled with the GDG farm and got my crop plots placed down. Tried to take out a Celestial, which is what I need to do in order to move on in this mod. And I was doing baby damage. I'm gonna have to grind resources to make bullets because my DDG crop plots just ain't producing enough to make these costly Oracle bullets. Made some normal bullets to convert them into poison bullets at the Descended bench, but I had used up all of my gunpowder on regular bullets. Yikes, so much more to grind. Killed some loot bosses for a better sniper, made some bullets. Let's see what we can knock out. First thing first is a griff. It literally took all of my bullets, but it got down. Now I have a safe way to knock everything else out in this mod. I think I should breed mutations, but I don't have a real way of knowing how to progress, so I'm gonna spend the rest of these 100 days grinding at base and fixing this mess that I call a home. Even this tower I'm unsatisfied with, and it looks kind of gross. I can do better. Nay, I will do better. Clearly this mod still has a ton left to it, and I'm probably not even halfway done, so see y'all in 200 days.